got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Get ready to focus on the eyes. That's what we're going to be doing in this video tutorial. This is an abbreviated version of my Anchor makeup tutorial. So again, we're just focusing on the eyes in this particular video. We are only using 5 shadow colors, and we're kind of doing my spin on a professional smoky eye. So let's dive right in. I've already put my base cream on my lids, and that's to make sure that the shadow really sticks and is very saturated in nature. It's gonna make the shadow a little bit darker. So I like to use this RMS highlighting cream. I've had it for a really long time. I can't even remember the last time I purchased it. So it really goes the distance as far as saving you money. And I'm gonna put a link to all of these products in the video description box so you guys can purchase them right away. Most of the brushes that I have, and I'm gonna hold every single one of them up, are MAC brushes, except for this one that I got at Coastal Scents. Coastal Scents is a fabulous website. All of the shadows and the brushes cost under $25 and even $5 for the brushes. So it's a really great resource if you need to get a brush that you're gonna get a lot of use out of, but you don't wanna spend a lot of money on. One of the sets of the shadows that we're going to use. And then we're gonna also use this black shadow as well in lieu of an eyeliner under our bottom lashes. So I'm going to start off, and you can see hopefully that I've got a really dark colored brown, I've got a lighter colored brown, I've got like a reddish brown, and then I've got a really pretty gold. So this is what I like to consider my warm palette, and this is how I would create my smoky eye. So I'm gonna dip the brush in the darker brown, and I'm gonna start in the corner of my eye, and this is gonna look super sloppy and messy, but I promise you it's gonna turn out just fine because this is what I wear on the air each and every day. So we're gonna swirl the product in the corner of the eye, kind of just move it toward the center of the crease just a little bit. You're gonna have to dip your brush a couple different times into the product just to make sure you get it dark enough. There we go, and kind of just fanning it out toward the edges. Now that we've got that color on both eyes, we're gonna go into a little lighter brown color, more of a tan. We're gonna swirl the brush in, and again, we're just gonna go over this. This is gonna blend the colors very nicely, and it's gonna create almost like an ombre into the next color that we're gonna use closer to the inside of the eye. So again, just a little closer in, then you use the darker shade, and you're just gonna kind of swirl it out, and again, just kind of blending both of the colors together. All right, now for my favorite color in this mix, and that is the really pretty gold. I'm gonna be using a different brush for this. This is again a MAC brush, but it's a little flatter, shorter bristled brush, and I'm going to tap it into the gold, and I'm just gonna kind of pick up my eye just a little bit so I can kind of flatten it out to get it right into the corner there, and then push it to the center of your eyelid. Now we've got both eyes done, and I'm gonna go back in with the first brush I used, and I'm gonna blur the lines and just kind of blur that center section so that again, it creates a really nice kind of a gradient ombre kind of a color effect. Perfect. Now I'm going to go in with a little different brush. This is kind of similar to the flat brush I used, but it's fluffier. And I'm going to take that reddish brown color, and I'm going to apply just from the, I would say like 75% across my eye, just in the crease here. Now I'm just gonna take my fingers and I'm going to run it across the top, because the goal is if you had a V and the V was facing woo like that, like little antennas, woo, you wanna make sure that you know, you've got basically not like thick shadow up here, you want it thicker on the corners and then fanned out, if that makes sense. So I'm just taking my fingers and I'm kind of wiping the top part. Then for the bottom, I've got, this is a MAC concealer. This is NW25. It's a Studio Finish concealer. I really like to use the Studio Finish foundation, so this is a nice complement to that. I'm dipping a concealer brush into that, and I'm just kind of running it here. I think I got a little bit too much on there. I'm gonna wipe a little bit off, but generally you know what I'm saying. So you wanna, again, create that V. So you're sweeping up, and that's gonna create a really nice lift for your eye too. You don't want any of the powder or of the liner to drag below the corner of your eye, because it's gonna make your eyes look droopy. So see how that really picked everything up? You can even go up here and kind of clean things up if you feel like you need to kind of use that and run your fingers. Sometimes I'll go back with the bristle, with the longer bristle brush, and just kind of fan it out toward the end of my eyebrow if I feel like I need to. But really, it's pretty blended very nicely. Okay, so now instead of a liquid or pencil liner on under my bottom lashes, I like to use a really dark shadow. So this is Beg For It, and this is a MAC shadow, and I'm going to take yet another MAC brush, very small, and I'm just gonna tap it. I'm not wet, it's completely dry, into the shadow, and then I'm gonna start in the corner of my eye, and I'm just going to tap it in. And you're gonna drag this product all the way to nearly the corner of your eye, the bottom corner. Great, see how that works? It's not as stark as a liner, it's a little softer look, right? So I like that. Then if you want, you can go back with this brush dipped in the concealer, and you can kind of swipe it up again on each side to kind of create a nice little wing effect and blend it with that shadow that's on the top portion of your eye. Perfect. All right, next I'm gonna go in with my love. This is my favorite eyeliner. I'm just gonna use that on the top. This is Divine Line, it's in Raven, and this is from coastalscents.com. Again, I'm gonna put all of the information about this product in the video description. I have tried a lot of gel and liquid liners. First of all, I can't use the liquid liners to save my life, but I love this gel liner. The color is so saturated and it's so dark. I like it a lot better than any of the dark MAC colors. It's fabulous and it's very inexpensive. You're gonna love it. So it comes in a little pot, and I'm gonna take a brush that I got at Coastal Scents. It's a little slanted, short, angled brush, and I'm gonna just dip it in the product, and I'm just gonna get a little bit. So you have to warm the product, because the product isn't going to be smooth enough to go on your eyes straight from the pot. So I just put it on my wrist, and then I'm kind of using that as my palette, and I'm going to dip the brush in there, and then I'm just going to sweep it, paint it rather, onto my eye. So starting from the corner, and going out. Look, everyone, it's my husband, Ed.
Oh, hey, hey, oh, where you at?
Oh, geez. Okay, so we're gonna finish doing this eye. My eyes are tearing up. Okay, looks good so far. All right, so that's all you have to do for that, and obviously you're gonna wanna wash this off your wrist. That'll be a priority for you before you head into work, and we're done with that part. Last but not least, I like to curl my lashes. You can curl before you put on the liner if you want, or you can curl after. I'm doing after this time around. This is just your run-of-the-mill eyelash curler that you can pick up at the drugstore. And there's two different mascaras I recommend. I like the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume in the Very Black. I've upgraded recently though to the Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions, and the color is Brynn or Rich Black. I love this. This tube will last me over 2 months. It has fibers in it, and it almost feels rubbery to the touch. It's really incredible. And again, I like it. It's a little more expensive. I think it's about $20, $25 for a tube, but again, it'll last you a lot longer than this. And I find that the effects of it are just incredible. You can already see, it almost looks like I'm wearing lash extensions, the way that the brush is and the way it gets in there. All right, so I've done my top and bottom lashes. Look at that compared to the lashes I haven't done. I mean, that is really incredible, right? And that, my friends, is it. You look gorgeous, darling. I can already tell. All right, so that's it. Very easy, just a couple different steps. And this is my on-air eye look. And it looks like it's already attracted the attention of my dog and my cat. So you know it's very popular. Make sure you guys tune into my next video on how to put on those potentially dreadful fake eyelashes. We're gonna make you a pro though. I'll see you later. Bye.